crafty friends. As we might be able to visit small shops soon, and to Amanda's suggestion, I thought I'd show you how to make face masks this month. So I've made quite a few now in various different fabrics. This is just fabrics I had in my stash. So the inside is an old duvet cover, so it's nice and soft against the face. And the outside I've done some in cotton, I've done some in silk, although that is harder to make it behave, and I've done some in furnishing fabric. This I thought was more suitable for men, it's not too flowery. So I'll show you how I made them. Okay, so I started off making myself a 25 centimetre square of card. I started off making myself a 25 centimetre square of card. It's just old bits of card that I've taped together. And then this is the easiest way to cut your fabric out. I just laid it down on the fabric and cut round it. So you'll need, for each mask, you'll need two 25 centimetre squares of fabric. So as I say, the white one is from an old duvet, and then this is a piece of furnishing fabric. So I've just cut those two out with my 25 centimetre square. And then you need to seam the top and bottom. If you've got a particular pattern like I did with this flowery one, it's worth remembering which is the top and bottom, which is the side, so that it ends up looking good in the end. So seam the top and bottom either by hand or with a sewing machine about ½ centimetre to 1 centimetre, so that you've got a seam at the top and a seam at the bottom. Okay. So once you've done those two seams, turn it through, iron it so that it's nice and sharply creased, and then you're going to need to fold up a couple of pleats. Now I've been doing these by eye, and it's quite useful if there's stripe already in the fabric. So just fold up like that and then pin either end. So my pleats are about 2.5 centimetres, and then a second one. It makes it so much easier if you've got that stripe, and then pin either end. And then I've just been looking at the back to make sure that the pleats are reasonably even, and the width of this is now about 12 to 13 centimetres this way. So the next thing you need to do is sew, either by hand or by machine, 1.5 centimetres from each of those edges. So that holds the pleats in, and it also tells you where you want the channel to fold. Okay, so I've now been able to take the pins out because those seams are holding those pleats in. So then there's my line, my 1.5 centimetre line. So you just fold it in once, fold it in twice to make your channel, and pop your pins in. And all the raw edges have gone inside. That's one edge, and then the other edge, fold it in where your stitch line is, and then fold it in again and pin it. You've got quite a lot of layers of fabric here now, but it is still possible, even with the furnishing fabric, to stitch this on a machine, or you can stitch it by hand if you want to. And then I just stitch down close to the edge of that hem. Okay, so then you will end up with a piece like this. There's your two channels and your pleats. And now you're going to thread some elastic or some tapes of some kind through those two channels. So you need a 25 centimetre piece of elastic. So again, remember the piece of card that you cut in the first place, that's how long you need your elastic to be. Put a safety pin on the end, and you're going to push the elastic through. Now try and go so that the folds are not working against you. So just pop your safety pin in, push it along the channel till you get to the end. Nearly there. Right, there we go. So now that's your elastic in. And then you're going to need to either knot or stitch those two ends together. So I've just been folding them over and stitching them by hand together like that. And then once you've done that both sides, you don't really want that stitched or knotted piece against your face. So then if you pull your elastic like that so that you end up with your stitched bit inside, then that's not going to be rubbing against your face. So there is your finished face mask, and you wear it by putting the elastics around your ears and the mask over your face. It needs to cover your nose and go under your chin like that, and then it holds it tight up against your cheeks so that your breath can't get out to infect anybody else. And I found this works really well with my glasses. It doesn't steam up my glasses because it's tight against my nose. You're going to need to make yourself 2 of these because you need to have one in the wash and one to wear. And when you've been out and worn it, take it off by the elastics. Try not to touch the fabric, and then put it straight in the wash, and then you can wear your second one until that's dry. Thank you very much.